from Siaya because this county is hosting the Siaya International Trade Investment Conference, the inaugural trade conference they're actually hosting in this county, and specifically to ensure that they put to the fore, of course, investment opportunities that there is in this particular county. And the person who is actually going to take us through exactly what they're doing to ensure that indeed they can move more investors into this county is the governor himself, James Orengo, and already he's on the set. And karibu sana, Governor.
Thank you very much.
So far, how are things?
Well, they're getting on very well. We started the countdown is in a matter of 48 hours. We'll be rolling out the Siaya International Trade and Investment Conference. Tomorrow is the date for arrivals of our delegates. Tomorrow they register if they have not. They'll be accredited if they have not. And also taking the conference materials, documentation including the program and the investment handbook. The conference itself starts on the 15th, Wednesday, 16th to 17th. All is ready, and we're expecting our chief guest, the President William Ruto, on Thursday, the 16th. So the plans are underway, and just to show how much enthusiasm there is about this conference, all the booths, the exhibition booths, they have been taken, all of them.
That interest, of course, the investment opportunity that there is, running into hundreds of billions of shillings.
Yes.
Is this the place for investors in and out of the country to actually come and pitch tent?
Siaya is the place. We have not really pitched Siaya for investment in the past, but this time we are going to demonstrate that Siaya is the place to come. We are strategically placed along the shores of Lake Victoria. We are neighbors with our biggest trading partner, which is Uganda. Tanzania along the lake is several hours away, but is a neighbor along the lake. And then, of course, we got the Lake Region Economic Bloc. All together, we make a formidable force. And Siaya, we intend to be the centerpiece because we got good land, very fertile land. And in between Siaya, there are two rivers, Nzoia and Yala. And Yala Delta, which is the biggest freshwater wetland in the country, with a lot of possibilities for agriculture. So agriculture is the main pillar. We can grow rice, we can grow sugarcane. Siaya used to be the cotton country. We can grow cotton, and also we're introducing coffee. The other pillar is mining. Siaya can easily become the golden county. Huge deposits of gold, which are in commercial amounts, and there's already a country involved in doing the mining work with the cooperation of the national government and the county government. So mining is very important.
Governor, with all these massive opportunities, probably the question then that many people will be asking is that what has actually been pegging us behind, and how do we intend to move forward to ensure that indeed, even as we hold this conference, that the gains that we have actually made in terms of just putting out there what is actually on offer, that we leverage on it and ensure that we scale higher heights?
You know, Siaya used to be part of Central Nyanza, which included Kisumu. So a lot of things were happening in the Kisumu County, and that is good for us because we need a neighbor which is strong economically. All the sugar factories were in Kisumu, the textile, the edible oils, the trading. So Siaya was a little bit of a backyard. But now we are beginning to position Siaya to take its proper place in the investment space. And we have no doubts that we are going to get it right. Already, if you come to the exhibition and the pavilions which are there at the Siaya National Polytechnic, you'll just see the array of people who are coming showing interest in the investment opportunities that we have in Siaya.
Governor, that comes with policy formulation. And many investors out there will be asking, yes, these opportunities are there and we can actually exploit them. What is it that we've actually done in terms of just aligning our policies to ensure that those that actually want to invest in this county can actually do so without so many bureaucracies?
Yeah, well, through legislation of the local assembly, we are creating an enabling environment, regulations that will make it possible for any investor to come and go through the protocol without not too much bureaucracy and red tape. And I think that is helping. The other thing is also we are reaching out to investors. And instead of waiting them to solve the challenges, meet the challenges, solve the problems, we are walking through with them. In fact, there are one or two of them we have talked to and taken them to the banks that we think can provide them with the necessary finance where they have certain shortfalls. So it's a journey that we are not leaving to investors alone. We are walking the journey with them.
You've been very big on corruption, and of course corruption is also one of the areas that actually inhibits growth in terms of investment.
Yes, we are glad to report that through a report of the Anti-Corruption Commission, they said that Siaya is one of the 3 counties in Kenya where you are likely not be asked for a bribe in order to get services. That I think is a pointer towards the possibilities that we offer in Siaya. Also, generally, in the reports that have been released by the Anti-Corruption Commission, I think it shows that we are on the right path to fight with this dragon of corruption.
Ultimately, in many counties or many spheres, when you are looking at investment, and especially in this country, people tend to feel that it's something that involves foreign investors, big shots in the society. And we tend to forget about the small and medium enterprises that actually thrive and actually run the economy. What are we doing to ensure that they can actually also benefit from this particular investment conference that is actually ongoing?
That is a very important question. If the investment climate is not right for local people, investors who are coming from outside are likely not to come. In fact, investors tend to get information not from government agencies, but those already who are doing business. So we are creating a conversation between the local investors who are already here and those that we intend to come. And this conference is going to offer space and opportunities for both the current investors who are already here in Siaya with those who intend to come to invest in Siaya.
Past political volatility in the region has had a major hit on how the perception in terms of people that actually want to come and set base in this, not just Siaya County, but of course the region. Over the years, we have seen that change. Where are we in terms of ensuring that we are more accommodative?
I don't think that it was really the political volatility. I think it was a question of total negligence of the area. Without infrastructure, for example, you cannot attract investment. And without the right enabling environment, you cannot have the investment. Right now, I think there are infrastructural developments which are going on that are putting us in a better place. I'm not saying that our roads are particularly, superb, but I think some of the work that has been done is making it possible for investors to come along the lake, along our rivers, and I forgot to talk about the possibilities in energy. There are 2 sites in Game that they are interested to put up or construct electricity plants, hydro, and also now we are talking about the nuclear energy.
Yeah. Yes. Specifically, you have talked about agriculture. You also talked about energy. We're looking at the blue economy, and my colleague who has just been on air a few minutes ago was actually discussing this with BM News in terms of harnessing the opportunities that there is in the lake. Of course, Siaya is strategically placed. How then do we move? Because the president has already said that just the 50 billion shillings that you're actually getting from the sector is far way below what we are supposed to be getting, because we're supposed to get around 500 billion shillings each year.
Yes.
What are we doing as a county to ensure that we move and get more from it?
First of all, our landing sites were not there at all. The landing sites are not well constructed. They are not modernized. We have now a modern landing site at Londa Kutieno, and landing sites are going to come up in Hasembo Bay, Wichlum, and even a bigger landing site and a fish market in Usenge. We are trying to encourage proper and well-managed fish farming in the lake using cages, and also in dry land, fish farming in ponds. That we're also encouraging. But I agree with you that there are possibilities and potentials which are not being exploited. That's why the blue economy for us is a game changer, and we must continue putting more and more resources into the blue economy.
And people need to look at that sector differently, because we tend to see it as a sector for unschooled, a sector for the old, whereas there are young people in the county who are unemployed but are not actively venturing into that. What are we doing to ensure that young people can actually, not just in the blue economy sector, but also in very many other sectors, because in agriculture, in mining and what have you, those are sectors that are actually begging for young people to actually join into the fray.
Actually, if you look at the blue economy, the core of the people who are engaged in that activity are actually young people. What we need to do is to make sure they get economic returns, returns that can make them have a decent living. That, I think, is going to continue with the landing sites that I've talked about, and the modernization of how we do fish farming in the lake and in our waters. The other thing that I agree with you, that a lot of our young people are not properly gainfully employed. We want to discourage the young people that the only way to get employment is not through formal employment. There are sectors in agriculture, and some of them are in artisanal mining, and many other opportunities to do small trades. And this, with our vocational training centers, with the TVETs, are going to give them more skills. They are going to hone their skills to be able to earn a decent living.
Going back to Sitiko, Governor, over 2,000 delegates expected, and of course, other support staff that are actually just becoming in terms of attending that conference. Siaya, do you have the capacity to actually host all those 2,000 delegates? And then two, is it a good challenge that we are seeing the opportunities that there is, and it's something that we can work on going in future to ensure that indeed this is something that we can handle without any pressure?
I think we have capacities, and I'm glad that the gains are overflowing, not just in Siaya, but in Kisumu, Busia, Kakamega, Vihiga, all our neighboring counties. But before we had a big function here, the Pinjlu Festival, which attracted 2 presidents. It was done in many sites within the county, and we are able to live up with the pressures. I think we had even more delegates coming for Pinjlo, because some of them were coming from DRC, from Southern Sudan, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, and even from the United States and Australia. So this one, I think we can handle it, but it is also creating awareness within our business sector that we need to have more hotels. The hospitality industry must be expanded and modernized. But I think, speaking for now, I think we got the means and the capacity to engage these 2,000 plus delegates.
A good challenge, if someone was to ask.
Yeah.
It is a good challenge for you.
It is an extremely good challenge. It has never happened before in Siaya, and is happening. And I think it's going to be a successful story.
The other question then I wanted to ask is about involvement of youth in the preparation and, of course, everything that revolves around the investment conference. The acting chief of staff trade said that you have been very deliberate and intentional in terms of engagement of youth in preparation, and of course some of the content that will actually be coming out from that conference will be youth-centered. Just tell us more about the same.
Yes, first of all, just the practical work of preparing, the infrastructure for this investment conference. The youth are the center of it. We are using the youth who have the qualifications. Some of them we're also getting from the colleges and the polytechnics to help us do ushering and protocol services, and even for them who are trained in the hospitality industry to ask us, stewards at the restaurant we're having at the stadium. And generally, I can say in the preparation, the youth have been at the center of it, cleaning the town and putting up the structures. It has been a youth-driven process.
When it's also important to note that it has not just been about handwork or manual work, but it has also gone in terms of even creating the content that is actually being used, and especially technology that will actually be on show in the conference.
Yes, yes. There the youth are very well involved. When the president will be coming here on Thursday, there's a hub is going to unveil in Bondo, courtesy our Senator, Dr. Buru. And a lot of youth are honing their skills on digital space, content creation, and monetizing, that content creation. And we're using a lot of them to pass information, to pitch the conference, so the youth are there.
Governor, the biggest challenge, I'm told, that you have had internally has been that of matching the volume of this conference to the icons that we have in the county. Because this is a county that when you start mentioning icons, you will actually run out of figures. I don't want to talk about you because you're already here. Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Raila Amolo Odinga, Adero Kango, all those greats that you'd actually imagine of. The challenge has been to actually match the conference success to the icons that we have in this county. Do you think that we've actually done well in terms of just matching?
I think we'll match it, but I agree with you with the observation that, Siaya have got legends, icons, very big names. Even the former president of the United States, President Obama, has got his roots here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but they say big names, but nothing to show for it. I think we're going to match that legendary individuals that have come out of Siaya with what we are doing actually to make Siaya great and the county that it should be.
Does it at times weigh you down in terms of saying, I come from this county, we have so many big names, but what is on the show does not equal to that? Does it at times, when you look at yourself in the mirror and say that this is a challenge that I have to ensure that once I'm exiting the stage, I should have pushed this county to that level?
Yeah, you're quite right. It disturbs me a lot, and that's why we are trying to do even the impossible. For example, I have belief, I have faith in the future of technology, and for that matter, in nuclear science. And we're saying if Siaya is a place of these great names, then the first nuclear generation plant should be here in Siaya. It will have many benefits. Many people will be required to be trained for that facility. That is why we think that Siaya can do better in agriculture. And the other day, Waziri Oparanya was here trying to sell coffee to the farmers, to tell them you can do coffee here. It is these challenges that I think can make Siaya rise to the level that it should, well above even some of the counties who are peers. I believe that we have what it takes, and Siaya is going to be a different place in the next 2-3 years.
Governor, we understand that you have another meeting shortly after this. And just in conclusion, probably you'd tell us some of the things that you would want those that are actually coming to Siaya or those that are actually watching can actually take home in terms of this is what I want from Siaya, this is what I can do from Siaya, or this is what you want people at home to understand that Siaya is.
The first thing I want them is to invest in Siaya. Otherwise, we won't be having this conference. I encourage them to look at Siaya, look at the opportunities, and I'm glad already, as we speak, there are people who already have identified areas of possible investments. The other thing that I want to come out with this conference is to make it possible for the youth to engage in meaningful employment, because the youth are not just about the future. We are making our future now, so we need to engage the youth now, because the youth are quick to learn. The youth have got a lot of energy. So one of the objectives that I'll be very happy if we achieve is putting the youth at the center of our progress and of our development plans.
Fantastic. James Agri Bob Orengo, Siaya governor, of course, telling us what he expects from this conference, and of course telling you what you need to know about Siaya County, even as you think about coming to invest in this county, a county of greats. You cannot mention any sector in this country without mentioning someone from Siaya County. And he says that is his biggest challenge in terms of ensuring that even as he does whatever he does in Siaya County, he must match up to the names that actually come from Siaya County. This has been Western Spectrum, of course, giving you details of exactly what is happening in this region, but more importantly, focusing on Siaya International Trade Investment Conference, the inaugural one that is actually beginning tomorrow, and of course will be running all the way up until Thursday. And the governor says there's so much in terms of potential and in terms of potential investment, and he says come to Siaya and invest in Siaya. Trust KBC to actually bring you this live coverage of this event from today all the way up until the conclusion of the conference. And of course, we'll be bringing you each and every detail on all our digital platforms, social media platforms. Be part and parcel of the conversation, so that then at the end of the day, you get to understand what Siaya has to offer. Back to you, studio.